What if I told you the system was never designed to make you successful? That the rules you've been following, go to school, get a job, wait your turn, are outdated blueprints in a world that's already moved on? What if your trust in the system is the very thing holding you back? Everywhere you look, people are waiting for opportunity, waiting for a raise, waiting for the economy to get better, waiting for someone to tell them it's okay to take the leap. But waiting is not a strategy. Waiting is a trap. The truth is, the system isn't broken. It's working exactly as it was designed, just not for you. It's designed to maintain order, not produce outliers. It rewards compliance, not creativity. It celebrates mediocrity, not mastery. So if you're feeling stuck, uninspired, or invisible, you're not alone. You're just not playing the game. The system was never built to let you win. And that means it's time for something different. It's time to stop outsourcing your future to a broken machine. It's time to stop begging for crumbs from the table and start building your own kitchen. You don't need another motivational quote. You need a formula, a structure, a system within yourself that works even when the world doesn't. That's what discipline is. Discipline is the internal system that sets you free from the external one. The marketplace doesn't care about your intentions. It only rewards execution. The world doesn't pay you for effort. It pays you for results, and results are never random. They're the byproduct of discipline. Predictable, reliable, repeatable. Let's start with a simple fact. If your life feels out of control, it's because your habits your days are being hijacked by urgency, distraction, and low-value activities. You're letting the outside world determine your schedule, your emotions, your priorities. You check your phone before you check your mind. You scroll before you focus. You react before you create. But here's the powerful truth. You can take it all back. You can install a system stronger than any economic downturn, any political shift, any algorithm. It's called personal discipline, and it is the foundation of freedom. When you trust the system, you operate on their timeline. When you trust yourself, you operate on your own. Let me ask you this. How would your life change if you truly believed that no one is coming to save you? Would you still waste another year in a job that doesn't grow you? Would you still make excuses instead of moves? Would you still say someday when you know that someday is a lie wrapped in comfort? The moment you stop trusting the system is the moment you reclaim your power. Because here's what most people don't realize. You don't rise when the world is easy. You rise when you stop needing the world to be easy. Discipline doesn't care how you feel. It cares what you do. It trains you to show up not just when it's convenient, but when it's hard, when it's thankless, when no one is watching, want to be irreplaceable. Then become the kind of person who follows through no matter what. People ask me all the time, Brian, what's the secret to success? And I tell them it's not a secret. It's a system. Wake up early. Write down your goals. Block your time. Track your results. Reflect, adjust, repeat. Simple, yes. Easy, no. Effective always. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, especially when you don't feel like it. It's choosing action over excuses, clarity over confusion, progress over perfection. Because every single time you do what you said you'd do, even when it's uncomfortable, you send a message to your subconscious that you can be trusted. And that trust compounds. It becomes confidence. It becomes courage. It becomes character. That's how leaders are made. Not by external permission, but by internal consistency. Let's talk about trust again, because this matters more than anything right now. If you've been hurt by a broken promise from the world, a layoff, a collapsed economy, a failed relationship, you may have stopped trusting entirely, and I understand that, but trust isn't about blind faith in a broken system. It's about building faith in yourself. It starts with small wins. Wake up on time. Keep one promise. Finish one task. Start one journal entry. Do one workout. Make one sale. Send one email. Stack the wins. Stack the proof. Stack the identity of a disciplined person, because once you start trusting yourself, your word, your actions, your process, you become unstoppable. You become your own system, your own economy, your own opportunity. You don't wait for luck, you manufacture momentum. Most people live like passengers on a ship they don't control. They ride waves of news cycles. They check cyclists. Relationship cycles. That successful people, the ones who live by discipline, they grab the wheel, they chart their own course. Even in a storm, they sail. Discipline gives you back control. It's the difference between a life of quiet regret and a life of loud results. It's the bridge between intention and impact. Let me say something you may not hear often enough. You are not lazy. You are not broken. You are not destined to struggle forever. You are simply untrained. No one taught you how to build your own structure. So you've depended on the world, and the world's structure wasn't built for your greatness. But now you know. Now you can choose differently. You can start designing a life that works because you work it. A life where your schedule serves your goals. A life where your morning routine sets the tone for the entire day. A life where distractions don't own you because your vision is louder than your vices. A life where you stop asking for permission and start giving yourself assignments. I'll be honest with you, discipline is not sexy. It's not viral. It doesn't trend, but it transforms. And while everyone else chases motivation like a high, you'll be building consistency like a foundation. And when the world shakes because it will, you won't, because you don't need the system to succeed. You've got a better one. You've got yourself. You've got yourself, and that's more powerful than any institution, any algorithm, any promise from the outside world. Because here's the uncomfortable truth. The system doesn't care about your potential. It rewards your proof, and your proof is in your habits. The world you see around you is simply a reflection of the structure you've built within. If that structure is weak, scattered mornings, vagagours, inconsistent effort, the world will match it with chaos. But if that structure is strong, intentional planning, daily execution, unwavering standards, the world eventually responds. You must become your own infrastructure. Discipline is not about punishment. It's about precision. It's about building the muscles of focus, reliability, and control in a world addicted to distractions. Let me ask you something honest. How much of your day do you actually control? How much of your week is driven by design? And how much by default do you start your mornings or react to them? Did you plan your time or apologize for missing it? Do you own your habits or blame your circumstances? Because ownership is the only antidote to dependency. Don't trust the system. It was designed for standard outcomes. You were designed for exceptional ones. Trust the process. You create the system of habit, values, and actions that stack into a new identity. This is not about hustle culture. This is not about grinding yourself into burnout. It's about building a sustainable structure of excellence. Excellence is a habit, not a fluke. And every disciplined action you take is a brick in the structure of your future. Do you want to become a better leader? Start leading your own impulses. Do you want to earn more? Start managing your time like a high-income asset. Do you want to change your life? Start changing your mornings. Don't underestimate the power of boring things done daily. That's where the transformation happens. You don't rise to your goals. You fall to your systems. The system wants you distracted because distracted people don't rise. The system wants you reactive because reactive people stay in place. The system wants you to chase comfort because comfort keeps you where you are. But you're not most people. You're the kind of person who sets a goal and doesn't wait for motivation to get started. You're the kind of person who tracks results, not feelings. You're the kind of person who chooses hard now so that life becomes easier later. That's discipline. And it's rare, and because it's rare, it's powerful. Let's talk tactics. Here's what disciplined people do differently. They create rituals, not routines. Rituals are sacred. They anchor you to identity. Your morning ritual, your end-of-day reflection, these aren't just tasks. They're alignment tools. They set boundaries, not excuses. I don't is stronger than I can't. Draw lines around your time, your energy, your standards. They measure progress, not effort. Keep score. Track what matters. What gets measured gets mastered. They protect their focus like a fortress. 1 hour of deep work is worth 5 hours of scattered reaction. Shut the doors. Mute the noise. Focus is a superpower. They finish what they start. No matter how small, completion is a habit. And every small win is proof that you follow through. You want to trust yourself, then give yourself results. You can trust. The more evidence you create, the more unshakable you become. Let the world stay chaotic. You stay consistent. Let them chase the next trend. You chase the next level. Let them hope things get better. You build better. Discipline creates momentum. Momentum builds confidence. Confidence multiplies opportunity. It's a cycle, and you control where it starts. But it starts with action, not reading another book, not watching another video, not planning the perfect week. It starts with doing the next right thing right now, and you already know what that is. Maybe it's making that uncomfortable call. Maybe it's saying no to something you've tolerated too long. Maybe it's waking up early tomorrow and starting with power instead of passivity. Whatever it is, do it not perfectly, not when you feel ready. Just do it with intention, because action is clarity. And clarity is power. You've got dreams, not fantasies, dreams with deadlines. That means you don't have time to wait for ideal conditions. You create them through movement. I want to remind you of something you may have forgotten. You are allowed to outgrow your surroundings. You are allowed to demand more from yourself. You are allowed to build a life the system never offered you, but you must be willing to do what most won't. While others are distracted, focus. While others are discouraged, grow. While others are drifting, decide. That's the discipline point. Decide what matters. Commit to daily action. Ignore the noise. Repeat. And when you fall, not if, when you don't spiral, you reset. Because disciplined people don't aim for perfection, they aim for consistency. They know that mastery isn't built in one day. It's built every day. You're not behind, you're at the beginning. Right now, in this moment, is your permission to start building the system inside you. The system that wakes up early, the system that trains, even when it's hard, the system that prioritizes growth over comfort, the system that produces when others are paralyzed, and the system that, over time, becomes unstoppable. So stop waiting for a system to choose you. Choose yourself. Stop trusting a world that changes every month. Build trust in your habits that hold strong every day. Stop hoping for permission. Start giving yourself command. Don't trust the system. Trust your structure. Build it brick by brick, and you'll never fear collapse again. Because when discipline becomes your default, success becomes your side effect. And that's the moment you stop being a product of the world and start becoming the architect of your own. This is your formula. Use it, live it, build with it, and let the world watch you rise on your terms.